Aloha and welcome to Mana Inspiration with yours truly, Note Endurance. And like always, we're going to have our scripture. And the scripture we have today is in Proverbs 27:17, which states, "Iron sharpens iron, and one man sharpens another." It had me thinking of that scripture of really who's helping sharpen yourself, or if iron sharpens iron, who has helped sharpening your blade. I think we all should be questioning, we all should be encouraging, we all should be coaching, challenging each other. I 100% agree with that scripture, because if we look into each other's hearts and we understand the unique challenges that we each face, I think that we would treat each other more gently, with more love, with more patience, more tolerance, and more care. Brene Brown puts it as, if someone is being vulnerable, say if you're seeing somebody speak and they're being vulnerable, we think it's courage. They have strong guts to be up there and tell their story. But if we flip it around and we look at the speaker, they think they're being weak in that time of vulnerability. So it kind of correlates with each other. I think if we can relate with what each other is feeling, it makes this a lot easier to actually start to sharpen and challenge and coach, encourage, question. That way, you are making basically who you surround yourself with just as great as you, or, just coming up with you. They always say you are who you hang around with. So, who are you hanging around with? Who are you help sharpening your blade? If we could relate to each other, we could be sharper, we could be better, we could be literally that step that God called us to be, that step that we don't see is beyond. This is where I challenge you: is who's sharpening you? Who's actually going and helping you or challenging you? Me, I'm a big, I'd say, believer of who you are who you hang around with. So I surround myself with godly men. They may not be perfect, but these godly men that I surround myself with, also from the recovery. And I got this from one of them, also my godly brothers too. And it don't shame upon who or where you came from. I think it's important to also know that, hey, if you change your life and you're help sharpening another man, why can't you go back to where you were from and actually help others sharpen themselves? That way, they're not stuck in that rut that maybe you was. So, like I said, if you are, I would say, not helping, who's helping you? And if you're not getting help, you can still be the help. Like they said, even though if you don't get a blessing, you can still be a blessing. I think, with who's helping me become better, I think of a lot of the guys from Recovery Road at Thrive Church. I think of our pastors. I think of, our basically mom, our family, those people that, friends that really challenge you to say, what are you doing? In the last 90 days, what have you done? I would say, to make yourself better. Have you read anything? Have you studied anything? Have you really just tried to develop yourself and help develop others? Now, a good friend and a good, basically, who you surround yourself with, they want to see you succeed. Because if you succeed, then we all succeed. And I 100% agree. If you ever known somebody that came from your town, maybe it was yourself, or maybe it was somebody that became popular, famous, it makes you feel like it's a part of you with their success, because it's where we sharpen each other. If you know that they're from the same place you're from, I better believe I can be exactly where they are or even higher, because they just showed that it is possible for somebody like you. to get out of your situation. Now, never underestimate the difference you can make in others' lives. A saying, a phrase, helping somebody just do something simple. I would say it helps me think of, like I said, all the guys from recovery. I had to move recently, and they were able to help me move. I That was the fastest move. Within 2 hours, I was done and into the new place, and I couldn't help but thank God, thank these other guys, thank them because they're showing me that hey, I don't have to be alone in this. Just like I do these videos, you don't have to be alone in this. You can sit here and actually reach out, reach out to others and see, sharpen. It may not what I would say it's may not what we want to hear, but I think it's something that you need because I need it. And if I need it, I know other people taught me about it. It's only making that blade sharper. Abraham Lincoln says, if I had 6 hours to chop a tree down, I would spend 5 hours sharpening the axe. That means the sharper it is, the faster you can cut. So, like again, who is help sharpening your blade, sharpening you? If you don't know, I suggest you start getting around others who help you sharpen. And iron sharpens iron. So, if they're challenging you, accept the challenge. Go for it. Make yourself better. Raise your standards of who you are and who you want to be. I love you guys. You guys have a blessed week. I love you. Aloha. Salute to all the soldiers. But again, tune in next week. Tune in to the other messages. That way we can support one another just like I'm trying to do. And with Ev, we're trying to support and sharpen each other so we become better. Again, aloha. I love you. Guys, have a blessed day. Thanks.